So imagine just for a minute that your body has a secret messenger. It's a hidden informant that holds all the keys to your energy, your mood, and your overall health. Now, what if I told you that that messenger is your gut? And it's been sending you signals all along, but you just haven't been able to decode those signals or try to understand them. So then what if I tell you about the hidden inflammation that's been fueling your fatigue? Maybe it's the sneaky imbalance that's been quietly sneaking your joy and making you feel less than your best. So the truth is that your gut is constantly communicating with you. We just haven't had the right tools to listen until now. And today I want to dive deep into a revolutionary new approach to gut health testing that is totally changing the game. And we're going to explore what it measures, why it's so critically important, and how you can leverage this information to finally reclaim your vitality and feel your absolute best. So stay tuned. Hey friend, welcome to Gut Fix. Are you ready to finally get rid of those debilitating digestive symptoms? Do you catch yourself staying up late Googling things like, what can I eat? Or how do I stop a flare? Or maybe you're just lying awake wondering, how did this ever happen to me? I'm Wendy, and I've been exactly where you are, desperately searching for answers, but determined to find natural solutions. And like you, I was overwhelmed by all the conflicting information out there and unsure of what might really work for me. And so now in this podcast, I'm here to share with you what I've learned, how to listen to your body's signals, and uncover the common mistakes that might be standing in the way of your healing. So grab your favorite drink, pop in your earbuds, and let's dive into your health transformation together. Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of Gut Fix. So if you have listened to any of my episodes or know anything about my core philosophies, my one core philosophy is to test and don't guess. And it's a principle that's truly guided my practice, my own health journey. And, let's face it, because when you guess and you try to figure all of this out on your own, it's exhausting and it's time consuming, and you generally are not going to get the results that you want. So I'm truly now all about getting you tangible results that are going to last. And so that's why I'm really excited about today's topic, because I recently came across a cutting-edge gut health test that provides an unprecedented look into what's happening inside your microbiome. And we're not, just talking about a simple list of bacteria. We're talking about a comprehensive analysis of your digestion, your inflammation levels, and the health of your gut lining, which is really at the forefront of your gut health. So it's finally, getting the owner's manual to your own body. And I knew immediately that when I saw this and when it was presented to me that I had to share it with you. So let's start with a fundamental truth. Your gut is so much more than just a digestive tube. It's the command center for your entire body. And I want you to think of it as your central hub that influences everything from your hormones, your brain function, to your immune system, the clarity of your skin, and even how you respond to stress. So you've heard me say this before, and you've maybe read it before many times, that approximately 70% of your immune system is in your gut. And that's really, that's a huge number. And it means that your microbiome, if it becomes out of balance, then your body, it's impossible for it to function at its peak. And this is why I always say that if your gut is not happy, then nothing is happy. And so let me give you just kind of maybe a common example. So maybe you've been somebody who's been diligently eating clean. You've been avoiding those processed and ultra-processed foods, and yet you're still plagued with the bloating and the brain fog, or a persistent feeling of, fatigue, tired all the time. It's not a failure of your willpower. It's a communication breakdown that happens between your gut and the rest of your body. Now, here's the exciting news. That is now we can finally decode that message. And so what makes this new gut health test so different from the ones that you may have heard about before? So first of all, it's not just about identifying which bacteria are present in your gut. It's about understanding how your gut is functioning. And this test provides a very detailed analysis of a lot of key different areas. So first of all, your microbiome balance. So it assesses the very delicate ecosystem of your gut, determining, if the beneficial bacteria are thriving or if the pathogenic or the bad guys have gained the upper hand. And second, it measures inflammation markers. So the key indicators of inflammation, it's measuring, giving you a very clear picture of whether your gut barrier is strong and resilient, or if it's become leaky, like a screen door with holes in it. And then the third thing is the digestive efficiency. So it looks at how well you're breaking down and absorbing the nutrients from the good nutritious foods that you're eating. And you could be eating the healthiest diet in the world, but if you're not absorbing those nutrients, well then, you're not getting the benefits, obviously, right? And then finally, the metabolic activity. And this one is really quite fascinating. So the test analyzes how well your gut bacteria are supporting your body's natural detoxification processes and the energy production pathways. So I can't tell you how many of my clients have come to me after, years of frustrating trial and error. They've tried every elimination diet under the sun. They've spent a small fortune on supplements, and still they feel no better. And the simple reason for this is that they're guessing and they're not testing. And testing removes the mystery from the equation. And so when you see it with your own eyes, what's out of balance, whether it's chronic inflammation, a lack of microbial diversity, or a specific bacterial overgrowth, you can then create a very targeted, personalized plan that works for your body. And this is where the true transformation happens. So you're no longer, just chasing and managing symptoms. You're actually addressing the root cause. And it's the difference between, patching a leaky pipe or totally fixing the plumbing. So now, this is a very holistic approach that truly shines because your gut, it doesn't exist in a vacuum. Let's face it. And when you combine very targeted gut healing and supportive lifestyle practices, then, your results are going to be twofold. So think about better sleep. Your microbiome operates on its own circadian rhythm, just like you do. And it needs quality restorative rest and repair and rebalance. And then, consider mindful movement. So activities like, it doesn't have to be heavy training, but walking, yoga, strength training, they've all been shown to improve your gut motility and increase the diversity of your microbiome. And then you can't forget about your stress reduction because your gut feels your stress before you even feel it. And when you're chronically under stress or chronically stressed, it can negatively impact your digestion and the health of your gut lining. So calming your nervous system helps everything to function so much better. And so testing your gut without supporting your lifestyle is kind of like if you were to tune a single instrument in an orchestra and then expecting the entire orchestra to sound magnificent. You have to bring all the pieces together for a very harmonious result. So I'm seeing an increasing number of women, especially over the age of 40, who are just struggling with persistent fatigue and brain fog. Maybe it's new food sensitivities and unexplained inflammation. They go to their doctors and they're told the same thing over and over and over. Your labs are normal. Yet deep inside your lab, you don't feel normal. It doesn't matter what it says on the paper there with your blood test. You don't feel normal. So this new gut health test, it's going to allow us to look beyond the standard labs that we get run all the time. And it's going to see what's really going on. It's often that missing piece of the puzzle that connects your digestion, your immune system, your hormones, and your energy levels. And just another note on those labs, when they say that they are normal, another thing that happens with that is that conventional lab ranges are very different than functional lab ranges a lot of times. And so for example, if you're getting your labs run and everything is showing in the green and everything is normal, that's based on such a wide variety of people. It's not people in your age group or your sex or any of that. It's not taking any of that into consideration. It's just a very wide pool. And so our functional lab ranges are much tighter than that. We look at people that are healthy and we take into consideration those things like your age and your weight and all of that. So that's just a little sidebar note on the labs being quote unquote normal. And so, back when I finally started addressing my own my gut health years ago, everything started to shift for me. So I started to get my energy back. The inflammation that had been, plaguing me, it started to calm down. And I finally started to feel like myself again. And that's the profound power of understanding what your gut is really trying to tell you every single day, right? So now here's the very exciting part. The company that I partner with just launched this incredible at-home gut health test. It's simple, it's science-based, and it's aligned perfectly with my test and don't guess philosophy. And I truly believe that it's going to help so many people finally get the clarity that they need to understand what's driving their symptoms. So, if you're ready to stop guessing and start to know, if you're ready to finally find out what your gut has been trying to tell you all this time, then I invite you to check out the link in the show notes below. You'll find more information about it, and you'll also find the details about the test there and how you can also get your own test, as well as some information on how to get personalized support in getting those results. So, because this information is It's truly wonderful, but it's also transformation. And it's that transformation that happens when you take informed action, right? So I am so excited about this. I can't even tell you, I'm over the moon excited because it is such a very simple at-home test that you can do with simple blood spots. And, it's time that it's time that we finally know what our gut is telling us, because it's incredibly powerful, and it's an intelligent part of who you are. And the more that you understand it, the more you can be empowered to feel that vibrant, focused, and strong again. So if you found this episode helpful, then please share it with somebody that that's been struggling with their energy or their digestion. And, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming up next. And until next time, keep listening to your gut. It's smarter than you think, actually. And stay happy and stay healthy. Talk to you soon. Hey friend, I hope today's episode brought you some real value. If it did, would you take just 30 seconds to share it with a friend who might be struggling to get her gut in check? And if you're feeling extra generous, leave me a review on Apple. It absolutely lights me up knowing that this podcast is making a difference for you. All right, it's time for me to grab my protein shake and get my gut happy. I'll see you back here next Tuesday for another episode of Gut Fix. And until then, stay happy and stay healthy.